Welcome everybody to a NatDex AG edition of Inside the PFL. I am the host Drac, joined by the co-host.
It's Mike. We're here. We're ready. We're ready for the new Inside the PFL. It's going to be
Oh
exciting.
baby, we sure are here for the new edition of Inside the PFL. Now, it is the NatDex AG edition because something we didn't bring up last week is that we are playing on the National Dex Anything Goes format, which is essentially brings in all of the mons that got cut from Sword and Shield into Sword and Shield. And we're playing under that format now, right?
Well, I feel like we
And at
had to
level 100.
validate for NetDex AG, but like now we can be level 100. I feel like that's the big change.
Right.
Or maybe I could be wrong. I don't remember, but I know the super big change is the level 100 thing.
Yeah, level 100 is definitely the biggest change. And there's also some other weird validation things that happen in NatDex AG. For example, I found out that Clefable cannot have both soft boiled and teleport at the same time. So I ran Moonlight instead of soft boiled. So there you go.
I wonder if like we care about that. Could that might just be to do? Can't get the words out. That just might be due to some weird like way it was released. Like I know Entei has some weird rule with it getting some move and it can't be shiny. So like I wonder if like we wouldn't care about it having soft boiled and teleport. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you in spirit. However, I think in terms of actually making an enforceable rule set, just do not Dex AG, you know?
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
also something else that is kind of funny. Joe revealed that the reason, there was a little bit of a delay on the live broadcast for me and Dan's match to go up, and that was because he was trying to run Celebrate on Victini, which is not allowed in NatDex. Also, you can't run the Omni Boost in our league, so another oversight. But hey, that avoided a very potential awkward situation in game.
That's very common though. Like, what does he mean? He didn't know he can't run the Omni Boost. Does he just not ever read the?
I think there could be some confusion with the way there's a difference between the monotype off tournament or off season tournament and the main league, but I don't know. Regardless, it didn't happen, so that's fine. But yeah, hey, that's another feather in the cap for NatDex AG format.
All right,
it's gonna stop us from doing dumb shit.
I'm sitting here, I'm staring at one of the two games that we didn't get to do on the broadcast here.
Right. So, introducing the new format, I suppose. We're going to cover the games that were not on the broadcast, and then talk about trades and pickups, then talk about the future matchups. So that's
and
going
throw
to be
in there our interview. You can't forget, we got to bring one of you bastards on when you do something that's just kind of hilarious.
Right. I may have forgotten to message somebody about that. Let me.
Oh, I didn't. I have our guest star. Don't you worry. I'm on it. I am
great.
the co-host. We will have as the surprise later. I should probably message him now and ask him when he's gonna be ready.
Thank God somebody's on the ball.
I did it like 2 hours ago. I'm not gonna front, but hey, let's see. But anyways, we can start talking about this while I'm talking to our new guest star here.
Yeah, let's get going. Dave against Nijia. Music off. Play.
We get to see one of my favorite parts of this game. I think actually right now. It's very early, but first of all, Donald Fan is hilarious. I love this Pokemon. I love this Pokemon. Donald Fan, come on now. He's huge.
So what's the hilarious part?
This Ice Shard. Score just laughing about it and then moving on with his day.
Yeah, big physical D, non-stab, 40 base power. Quad effectiveness is great. But again, big D.
This Gliscor don't give a shit.
Yeah, sometimes other multipliers go into it too. If that was an Ice Shard from like Mamo, it's definitely not living 2.
But like, I love how this game just starts with Donphan just hitting buttons. Just all of his buttons. Get a little knock here. Stick dies this turn. Spoilers, like it's just...
I think he dies the next turn.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Yeah, because now the Ice Shard comes out again. Donphan is doing a little work. However, it's gonna get real awkward real quick because there's like 3 things that Donphan cannot switch into, and really only one that it can, which is Gliscor.
Honestly, I don't think this team was very well prepared for Greninja.
Yeah, you gotta know what Greninja's bringing. Maybe Dave just saw that it was Ice Beam and thought it was a special set, so there would be no way the Gunk Shot is coming.
He does say the old mix set, so.
Oh yeah, I guess he didn't count on that. Okay, that was a pretty good double.
But I mean, now it's just nothing crazy
honestly,
happens.
Not sure why Regice switched out and didn't just hit a free Ice Beam.
I'm kind of curious as well, but.
Oh boy, now we got this song and dance.
Right, this is why this game I thought was boring.
Well, I mean, if you're in either of their positions, what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah, there's not much you can do. I mean, you can try and go into like Corviknight and start like iron defensing.
Right, but then even if you manage to get up to +6, I honestly don't think that's gonna break Gliscor.
Yeah, but what's Gliscor gonna do to you? It can't. This set
That's
can't
true.
even hit it.
Roost, DQ. We don't even know what the other 2 moves are yet.
And after one iron defense, the Gliscor is gonna do nothing. So like you can at least win out the stall a little bit, burn out some of the roosts maybe.
Honestly, yeah, maybe stalling out the roost with Corviknight was the play. The issue comes if Gliscor just U-turns on a turn that it's obvious you're going to Roost or Iron D, then Raikou comes in for free and Volt switches on you. And even
Volt
if
switches on you, but like
even if Donphan comes in, that's potential Scald.
right. I don't know. I feel like in that situation, I'd probably just hit body press as Corv and just either murder Raikou if it doesn't Volt switch, because I think you live at least one, or delete whatever is about to come in. But still, these are all hypotheticals here. I do like the heavy duty boots being shown here on Regice.
Mm-hmm.
I also thought that
them.
right. I thought that Icy Wind play was a little cheeky, but I get it because that'll probably kill Gliscor.
Yeah, especially if you get a nasty plot up. I also thought it was hilarious that the clear body on Regice stopped the speed drop. Not that it mattered, Gengar's of course faster. Oh, that Focus Blast, I think that crit mattered. It would depend on the Reg Steel or Regice.
That had to matter. Yeah, 100% mattered. I mean, he had nasty plot, but like
Regice
Joe lived the Z invested Z Electric from Thundurus, so like that had to matter. I love this Rocky Helm here. Greninja taking just so much damage.
Yeah, the bulky birds that are neutral to rocks have a lot of value if you just put another item on them, like Leftovers or Rocky Helmet, or I mean, obviously Gliscor gets the Toxic Orb every time, but
right.
Man, imagine if you run a Leftovers Gliscor set counting on switching into a Toxic. Imagine how nasty that would be. Getting 18% back every single turn.
Yeah, that would actually be kind of to bait the Toxic, or you can run like a Life Orb and pretty much have free Life Orb.
Oh yeah, true. Okay. Eject button. Mixed up eject button with red card.
That was that was the cheeky thing. So I was watching this and I was talking to Mario. I was like, Dave got really cheeky with something, but I forget what it was. He put the eject button on Espeon and it just took a hit and left. And he switched it in to take that hit and then it left. Like, that's awful.
Well, no, I thought Espeon was slower than Raikou. That's what happened.
Oh, okay.
Because
that is not a good item on
Espeon.
Espeon.
110 Espeon.
I don't like the one that when you get hit, you leave. That's not good.
Yeah, it's like you're giving yourself Gallisapod's ability, and Gallisapod's ability is the biggest downfall of it.
Yeah, that ability has screwed me more times than it has saved me, that's for sure. Like, somebody at Game Freak was like, they're gonna love this! This mon gets Pivot! No, it sucks. It's awful. I mean, Gallisapod's not a terrible Pokemon, but that ability sucks.
Yeah. And, okay, yeah. So, the wheels kind of came off after that Espeon play. And I wonder what the plan was.
Once he broke Donphan, Raikou was just able to do it. That was
right. I really wonder what the plan is with, even if it was supposed to be red card Espeon.
Yeah, it was supposed to be red card Espeon, but I don't even know if that would have made that big a difference.
Yeah, because I don't know what it's hitting against this team.
I mean, it can hit the D-Gleam on Greninja. That's at least nice. It can hit a Psychic, which is, neutral, or a D-Gleam on
A random
Heracross.
Mona's coming in, though, so if you roll
Right,
Greninja,
but I'm just saying, like, so Greninja's 20%. Heracross wasn't full, was it? Oh,
Heracross is
was full. Okay, never mind then, because Heracross is going to murder you, because there's no way you're killing that boy with Psychic. It's neutral.
No.
It's not neutral? Bug doesn't resist? Oh, never mind, you might kill him with Psychic.
Yeah, Psychic would definitely kill Heracross.
Alright, so then you know what? Honestly, if that was a red card, that could have definitely helped him out here.
Yeah,
at least
like
put him in a position to take one more Mon down before Raikou again comes in and just kills him.
Right.
Because really all it was going to do was buy him one more turn. I said, as soon as Donphan went down, like, Raikou, I guess, didn't have Scald to just solve it earlier, but that was it.
It was the Raikou show.
Yep. And I love Raikou for that reason. He wins games.
Well, yeah, good stuff to Nijia. Very solid
Really,
+4.
It's a good one. There was a lot of good pluses this week. I think most of them were +4 or better, weren't they?
Yeah, there were a lot of +4s. Leibo got a +5. Yeah. So the next battle we have that was not covered on the broadcast is Dylan against James. So I'm just going
Spoilers, this also didn't happen on our broadcast. We're doing overtime for you boys.
Hey. Remember at the end of the last the end of the last recording, we were like, oh yes, definitely all in one go.
But I do love this game. I still hate James's team, but I do like the specific 6 Pokemon he brought, and maybe that's just going to happen every week, because seeing Coco and Aegislash together is just big oof energy.
Yeah, those are pretty strong 200s to be part of your Dragon Fairy Steel Core. Does James have a dragon? I don't remember.
Regardless, your Fairy Steel being goddamn Coco and Aegislash.
Yeah, that's kind of a monster powerhouse. And we see a G-Slowking with the lefties, not Black Sludge, not AV, lefties.
Love James.
Hey, I love the Psycho Cut tech.
I do too. It's necessary. You can't miss, bro.
It's not even about missing. It's like just dodging Rocky Helmet or Iron Barbs or stuff like that.
Okay, that too. I'm totally in it for the accuracy, but yeah, sure, it's for the Iron Barbs, not frocking.
Okay, and this is why most people put the Assault Vest on G-Slowking, because of the huge special D stat, and then you don't end up in a situation like this where
you get melted. I could not believe that G-Slowking died to that.
I mean, I could. It's a Z move. It's gonna have like basically double the base power of T-Bolt, right?
Yeah, but like I thought that G-Slowking was specially large. Like I thought that was his job.
Yeah, it is. Like the G-Slowking set is to have the Assault Vest and almost max Spit F Invest, and then you're just this unassailable special wall with Regenerator. I love that Smeargle play. Like this is what you want to do with Smeargle. Webs, parting shot.
Parting shot, yeah. Right into your big guy. Love it.
And I'm honestly a little surprised that he did do the Shadow Ball. I thought maybe he sneaked again, but no, that was good Shadow Ball. Getting rid of Tangrowth.
It's just 2 taps. And now we're in that position where like, what wants to hang out with this boy, especially after the speed drop. Excelgor having the boots is kind of memey, and I love it. Yeah. But we do see the week one kerfuffle of the hidden power. The hidden power happening. Thankfully, it happened to James, who doesn't care, and it happened on a 1% Mon, where it wouldn't have mattered regardless. That bitch was dead.
Right. But, I think that was the turn that something like that is excusable, you know. And it's even good for Dylan because he sort of revealed hidden power on a turn. Like he can just be like, okay, I'm not gonna use it for the rest of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now he has like 3 moves on Excelgor instead of 4, right?
Yeah. Ouch.
Big ouch.
Life Orb, Sheer Force, Liquidation, Stab. Oof.
And it's gone. Yeah.
And it's gone. But now Coco.
Guys. Yeah, and now Tapu Koko.
Right, because really nothing checks Tapu Koko at this point.
No, I remember watching this game going, shit, like not even the Steel type hangs out here because it's neutral and Coco just will win after the Nature's Madness.
Yeah. Oh, Dylan.
Yeah.
That EQ is
That was unfortunate.
That must have been like a bad read. or something.
That could have been like, I'm fairly sure the pig gets flame charge, right? The pig's gotta get flame charge.
Oh, wait a second. He says, wait, I'm so dumb, lol. I guess he just
Yeah.
didn't see the balloon proc. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit happens sometimes.
Ugh.
That's analytic, baby.
That's the power analytic, baby. But it's still gonna live. I lied.
Yeah, now everything is chipped and slow. Well, I mean, I don't
Chipped
think
and slow.
Excelgor is chipped, but Excelgor is tiny.
Very tiny.
And now,
we see Crustle, everyone. You know, if this happened in time, I probably would have brought James on because they're equally as Mimi. We got Mudsdale, who just is a tier 4 Pokemon, and we have Crustle, who might be a tier 5 Pokemon.
Crustle is tier 5.
Counter Crustle to beat Mega Metacham. A tier 5 Mon ruining an S tier Mon today.
Didn't Jim do that with Fortress? The counter against a Mega Metacham? Doing exactly Fire Punch?
I feel like SpongeBob and Patrick right now. Quick, write that down.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, we never saw the item, so I wonder if that was Fighting Berry specifically so that he could counter Mega Metacham.
Right?
Actually, wait, no, it's not even weak to fighting. What am I talking about? It was probably Spec to live one of anything from Metacham, now that I think about it.
I love how it wasn't like, so, you know, if you don't watch this game and you look at the King of the Kill and you see Crustle, you go, okay, probably Shell Smashed and it was at the right time. Nope.
Nah, he was just bulky. He's just bulky and webs were out.
Just big and in the way. And webs were out, yeah, that's it. Good win to James.
Very good win. So then, hang on, what is James talking about? I'm not going to read that right now.
Oh, it's just James, what he said in Discord about how it's not a big deal that he cheated. And also, James is a big weirdo, so he just screamed loudly Goldilocks.
Alright.
Because, you know, his Crustle's name is Goldilocks. James Histed is the funnest person ever. I swear to God, no person is more fun than James.
And he brought a pretty fun team, it seems like.
That's his whole thing. He likes bringing fun teams. His championship was with a team of Pokemon with mustaches. Like, you'd love them.
I heard that story before.
Oh, yes.
And the team of mustaches is legit, too, wasn't it? Because it was like Mienshao, Zam, Stoutland, Hippowdon.
Yeah.
Like, that's a serious team, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's great that they're all mustached.
Hey,
but...
you forgot the cornerstone of his team
Cricketune?
that season. Cricketune. But yeah, no, it was scary. I did not have fun. He beat me with Dig Entei one game, and I probably screamed. I definitely screamed. 150% screamed when he hit Dig.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That's James.
Just
baby.
need a flyer,
That's
dude.
James.
That's what happens.
It might have been Scarf Dig. Something tells me that I had a low and dug trio in, and I went, cool, I'm faster, Earthquake. And then he went first and hit Dig, and I went, what?
Oh, on the second turn, you're like, ah, double effective because you're underground. Was it that thing?
Oh no, then what the hell happened?
No,
I don't
I'm saying,
remember
like,
what the hell I hit. Yeah, no, he killed me. It did not work well in my favor, so it couldn't have been Earthquake, because you're right. I remember he hit Dig and it thwarted me, and then he just got Stoutland in and swept me.
Well, if James is watching this recording, then just post the replay in the Discord or something. I don't know.
It's probably on Showdown, because when you hit the upload and save, it saves it to like there.
Yeah.
So realistically,
I don't feel like
I'm not going back that far. That's way too far. I've battled in 14 seasons in this league and 1 season in another league. Yeah, no.
So next up, we've got Jack against Tristan.
This game's boring.
Gonna hit play.
I'm sorry. It wasn't fun. It was very normal if I remember watching it live.
Yeah. Jack did not have a great answer from Mola.
Not at all.
I think the great answer was pretty much just Tangle it to outstall it maybe, but then Mola can have like Flip Turn and Regenerator, so he's just kind of going to lose that battle.
Right, and I guess his thought might have been like Rotom Wash, but that ain't going to do it.
Right. I like calling out the knock.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what? Never
Done
mind.
that close combat, doing so much damage there.
Hey, gut
After
stab.
the intim, and it's resisted.
Gut stab, baby. I. Why did I say it calling out the knock? I guess I just know that Heracross gets knock, and I was expecting the obvious knock. I don't
love
know.
the D-Dan. I love the double T-wave stun spore, and then the next turn, or one of the turns, is they both get paralyzed at the same time, and I
Right
love
here.
it. Great turn.
Good stuff.
That was probably the highlight of this game, honestly, was those turns, because like the rest of it is just. I remember it was a lot of me just waiting for something to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this
That was
is
kind of heat. That was kind of
well.
heat.
This is great because I believe Tangela knocks off the blunder policy at some point.
Yeah, and then everybody in the chat's like, "Excuse you."
Hey, that's sick. Okay.
That's sick.
It's so good. Especially on a move like Hypnosis, because
Oh yeah.
regardless of whether or not it hits, you get the advantage.
You
That's
plus
sick.
there, right? It's one of
Yeah.
those situations. I've thought about doing it on a lot of different months, specifically with Hypnosis. And my logic, you can do it with Zap Cannon too, but my logic is
Right.
you win here. You don't lose this turn until Ground type comes in. But anyways,
But yeah, +3 D-Gleam is enough to kill Tangelo.
poor Mega Gyarados just got murdered. But Mola.
But now it's the other water type show.
Right, now it's just Mola just doing Mola things. Like, he doesn't have a steel type to stop the Toxic Stall. He doesn't have a heal bell anywhere, and we just... Oh, we wait, boys.
Oh, this is Mola twisting the screws over and over again. That's kind of how this match ends.
Yeah, right. Because, like, I don't remember why I thought it was boring. So, like, watching the beginning, I was like, okay, the beginning has some heat plays. And then I remembered, oh, yeah, Mola. That's why.
Yeah, because now we get into this situation where Jack doesn't have a great answer to Mola, and he loses the pivot war, essentially.
He couldn't get a good Toxic on it either, which was a big problem.
Yeah, I mean, that's well played to Tristan, too, not letting it get toxic.
I don't know if he tried. I can't remember throughout the course of the match, honestly, if he went for a Toxic.
Oh, this is what I was thinking with him having knockoff. All right.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if Jack had toxic on anybody. If anyone, it would probably be Palisand. Maybe Rotom.
That's definitely Scarf Monkey, too. Wait, no, is it? I don't remember.
I mean, it could be. If it's not, then what's your Aerodactyl answer?
I mean, I don't.
Oh no,
not Scarf
definitely
Monkey.
not. Definitely not.
It
Switch
might
moves.
be Booties. Unless it's a Z Captain, it might be Booties then. Because he didn't take Life Orb damage.
No, it could be something fun like Expert Belt or Charcoal or something. Just a random boosting
Overheat Eject Pack. People. I'm going to talk it up every week until I start seeing it more.
item. Oh. I think that crit definitely mattered.
I agree.
But at the same time, I don't
think he was
wasn't
dying.
breaking Mola, so
Yeah.
I don't think it was.
If
super
anything,
impactful.
that crit mattered to make this game end quicker. Because, like, I really don't think it was going to end any differently.
Probably not.
It was just going to take longer to get there.
Yeah, Rocky Helmet Mola, what a monster.
Yeah, Murphy loves that exact build on Mola. I mean, it's just a great build for it.
Man, you
Having
get
the
regenerator every
regenerator,
time,
yeah.
so if they have a physical mode, you just come in every time. Oh,
You don't need the lefties because you have regenerator.
I know. It's so
good.
It's so good. It's too good.
That's actually why I like a good Rocky Helmet Tangrowth build as well, because you can just Leech Seed and then you're good. Hit me, bitch.
I think Bulky Water is kind of that idea on steroids, though, just because you resist so many more things.
Yeah, that's true. I always just like the Earthquake check.
Oh yeah, of course. Always a good thing.
But yeah, there's like not much to really commentate. I'm sorry, guys. Like, it's just
Tristan's
really
twisting
Jack.
the screws.
Yeah, It's just Jack trying to play around Mola because like he might have like the Pokemon advantage right now, but like
He has no answers to Mola.
he's got nothing, bros.
And yeah, I think Jack is at some point starts fishing for poisons and special D drops.
Yeah, I agree. He starts fishing.
Okay, Jack's 2 mons up. It's 4-2, but
Mola. This
Mola.
pink bastard
So
taking taking 19 from these slug bombs. Misses the toxic.
And he missed 2 toxics and still it seemed completely unassailable, you know?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Tristan has 2 mons left right now, and it doesn't look like it's gonna swing in Jack's favor.
I think the only thing you really can do at this point is fish for those poisons with a sludge bomb. So
right,
even though
and you
Earth
know what?
Power is
That
doing
even
more.
But really, is that going to help you? The poison, not really. It's a guaranteed 12% each turn, but like, Mola is still taking 19% from these sludge bombs.
That's true, but if you call it Infernape coming in, maybe Mola's the last mon on the field and it's not getting regenerated anymore. Maybe you can pull something out of that.
I like sacking Rotom there, knowing the overheat was coming, and also that you were taking lots of toxic damage.
Mm-hmm.
But this was, I was very surprised that he didn't have like a mixed kit there. I really want to know what the item was on Infernape. Like not having a priority move, that's kind of wild. He gets both Vacuum Wave and Launch.
I like Roost on Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl's
Same.
Mega Aerodactyl specifically is kind of naturally big.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good defense if I remember right.
Yeah, I think it's like 80, 85 or something like that.
It's not terrible.
Yeah, maybe it's a
also
little less.
Got a insanely high attack and speed stat, but
yeah, well that's part of the reason why he can get so bulky is you normally don't need a lot.
Right, yeah, you can just spec into a defense or just into HP and attack and like maybe 36 speed EVs to get over something.
Right. Oh, it's the Mola show. What else is there to say?
Like, yeah, like really, like
Rocky Helmet.
I'm not trying to be rude and saying this game was boring. Like it was well played to Tristan. He had to play it like this, but like it wasn't. Defensive games aren't fun to watch, guys. Sometimes they have to happen, but like they're not fun to watch.
I think my game was pretty exciting. Full on bias. I got the whole sub bounce leftovers tech with Buzzwole, and then I had the Flygon sweep at the end. That was pretty interesting.
Hey man, I found M1 Scarf. That's all I needed to do, and I found it in a situation where it benefited me.
Right. Yeah, and I think you all know how this is gonna end up. And Jack doesn't even attempt to shore up here. I think he just throws in the towel. Did he show shore up? He didn't even show it.
He might not have it.
Why would you not have shore up?
Couldn't tell you. I don't know. Maybe he does have it because he didn't show 2 of his moves, but.
Man, imagine if like Palisade had rest or something.
Still wouldn't win.
It would win, actually.
No, oh yeah.
Because of sand compaction
toxic,
or water compaction.
Yeah, you know what? It would have won. You're right. Oh, he said right there that Heracross was his answer.
Yeah, and how much did the CC do? Did we ever see Mola take something from a CC?
I don't think so. I don't really remember. Not going front.
Hold up. Let's find out.
I'm surprised Mola's faster in that interaction, honestly.
Mola took half from a CC.
Yikes. Doesn't even give a shit.
Ugh. So brutal. So brutal. I mean, hey, you play to your win cons no matter what they are. You can't fault Tristan for that.
No, I'm not mad for
it's just that we all feel the pain. We all feel the pain of getting outstalled.
Right, it's just not fun. It's not fun to watch. It's not fun to be on. It's not fun to be on either side of that, because when you're the one stalling them, like you're like, I know this sucks. This is just awful.
Exactly.
But it's what you got to do to win the game, and you can't fault people for winning how they got to win.
Nope, not at all. Let's talk about trades and pickups.
Manny doing the classic Manus loses game 1 and drops half his team.
All right, so Manny. Remember how we were talking about there's a lot of stuff weak to fighting on his team?
That was my next comment.
He picked up 2 fighting resists in Mega Slowbro and Venusaur.
And you know what? Manus has had normal Venusaur before and has loved him, so...
Yeah, he got the Suncore with Torkoal and Venusaur. I should have mentioned he got Torkoal as well. He also got Girder.
This updated since the last time I saw it. Joe messaged me the morning after the battle and went, so Manus already used 3 of his trades. I see a 4th one on here now. Holy shit!
Right, so Manny dropped Chansey, Meloetta, Mega Abomasnow, and Flareon for... Did I say Mega Slowbro or Mega Abomasnow?
Well,
anyway,
he dropped Mega Abomasnow into Mega Slowbro.
Correct. Picking up Mega Slowbro, Torkoal Venusaur combo, and Girder.
You know what? He loves all of these Pokemon. Torkoal, Venusaur, and Girder are very Manny Pokemon. He dug in and he went, okay, I need some mons that I know and love. And I need to not be so weak to fighting. And here we are.
Yeah, this team is a lot more solid than the previous lineup, I think.
Yeah, I definitely like it. He didn't lose a lot of real pivot. I mean, Chansey can't teleport anymore, obviously, but like besides that he still has a lot of into Dracovish. I think now his only problem is he drafted Dracovish way too early and everybody prepped for it, which I think is the biggest problem with that Pokemon in a draft format.
There's maybe a secondary issue where he has Sun and Dracovish, but I don't necessarily think that that's that bad.
Yeah, no, I think that's actually a really fun thing to have to play around, especially because like sneaky Venusaur coming in place of Dracovish is a problem. However, both are weak to freeze dry.
Very much so. Although Venusaur is big, it eats one. Because I think regular Venu is like 80s across the board, or like 80, 80, 100 or something.
It's big, but like you don't want to keep. I don't like. The thought of an assault vest and chlorophyll.
Oh, I wasn't even saying assault vest. I think with minimal investment.
Well, right, with I don't think with minimal investment. I think you'd have to be big. Keep taking them.
Oh yeah, to keep taking one. But I think if it's some passive Icemon like a Lapras, then you might be able to spec it in a way that's it's a 3-tap. You know.
Right, and then you can get the Leech Seed Protect off, or just kill it.
Or just Giga Drain, yeah.
Yeah, whatever you got to do there. Right. And then Kyle made some trades and pickups here. I see as well.
There was one thing I wanted to touch on Manny's team. He has the extra win con in Mega Slowbro, which if that thing goes off, it can be a real big problem because it
hidden win con.
No, for real, it is. I mean,
I'm not mad. Yeah, you're right.
You
Calm
run
Mind,
like
Mega Slowbro.
Calm Mind, Slack Off, and just pump everything into Fizz D. It's really hard to break.
I'm sure he gets Iron Defense.
He does.
And Body Press.
He does get Iron Defense, Body Press, but that's I'm not. I think the Calm Mind set is a lot better just because you can run double stab with it.
Well, you're right. I'm just saying he can do both sides.
Mm-hmm. On top of that, when you're Mega, you have Shell Armor, so you can't even be crit. So that boosting in your special D, very good.
Oh my god! Nice. Imagine if he ran like for some strange reason Calm Mind, Iron Defense, and then just 2 attacking moves. You're never gonna kill him.
I mean, I guess if that was the set, you could wear him down, just with like a
you'd have to wear him down because he's so damn slow.
But yeah, I think Manny's team has a lot more versatility in offense because it's no longer just Dracovish and Zeraora doing things.
Yeah, I like his changes here. It's going to be good, and it better be good because he can only change one more thing.
On to Kyle's team then, the Bullbusters. Yeah. Kyle made some modest changes. He made Doug Trio his main Z captain, which I like a lot. You get some hot Z mementos in there.
Hot Z mementos. After the sand's gone and you're real low.
Oh yeah.
Z memento.
Oh yeah. And he dropped Volcarona for Chestnut. I'm a little sad to see the double Moth Core go of Frostmoth and Volcarona. However, there was a lot of contention for Boots on his team.
Yeah.
It's not a team that really
a great
works.
One to pick up here.
Yeah, with the item clause, it's kind of hard to make those 3 work. Chestnut is super solid. It's
I
gonna
can't justify what he did with the Z captain though. I personally can't do that.
Who would you like to see as a Z captain instead? Someone to do some damage, like
Not
Stoutland?
using a trade and pickup to do it. You can cheekily change your Z captain around. You just have to be like, if you get rid of the Pokemon in general, you can move your Z captain for like free. I think it's almost a waste of a change and pickup to just move your Z captain. Is what I'm trying to say.
Potentially. Another thing, Sandforce Tectonic Rage. Hello. That's gonna
hurt.
That's gonna nuke something.
That's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. I can't argue that. Also, Choice Band Sandforce is a very viable set he can run because Dugtrio fast as shit.
It's 110, I believe.
Yeah, it's fast enough.
Right. Kyle's got a sneaky fast team. Zam's
Really
120, Stoutland, Dublin, Sand is fast.
I was really surprised to see him lose this week. Jim's team's really good too, but like his team's really good.
Yeah, sometimes you just miss something in the team builder and don't have an answer for Mudsdale. It happens.
Right.
It's definitely happened to me before. Not to take anything away from Jim, because he obviously played well.
He did.
But yeah, that will do it for our trades and pickups. All right, welcome to the game of the week. We have Jim against Kyle. So
I like how you call it game of the week, and it's very biased because it's whoever I feel like I am the game of the week picker here.
I was gonna say I didn't feel like this was game of the week.
Yeah, Jim was like, "Wait a second, you're gonna have me on?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, you're the." I thought Mudsdale was hilarious. I was watching it like laughing over here.
I think Mudsdale just going off against a team is something so out of the box that doesn't normally happen. I think that just qualifies for game of the week.
I guess so. Listen, I love Mudsdale. I don't sleep on him. I think he's great.
Well, I think he's Crudsdale, but you made him real good. And yes, I have been waiting since I thought to have you on this to say that line.
Oh my God,
We'll see.
That'll
When
be
he
a
ends up
nickname
king of the
coming up.
kill, we'll see. Could you imagine? Isn't Mola king of the kill right now?
Oh,
I think
don't want to talk
Mola,
about it.
Salamence, and Mudsdale are tied.
Oh,
And
they're
Flygon.
All four. Okay. Flygon too. Okay.
Yeah.
Another D-Dance sweep?
Oh,
yeah, there were like 4 D-Dance sweeps this week.
Was the Flygon on stream?
Yeah, it
It
was.
was.
Jeez, I literally commentated it. I don't remember. It was just the same thing, the same story, D-Dance over and over again.
You know what? After doing the PFLs for so long, though, same, because I would do the broadcast and then I'd talk about them, and I'm like, I don't remember watching this game at all.
Yeah, right.
Well, let's get
Take
right
us
into
through
it.
what happened here. What was your thoughts?
Sure. So immediately I was like, okay, like, who's he gonna lead? Like, what's he gonna try to do? I thought it was gonna be T-Tar, and I got body press, and I'm like, okay, this is a great matchup. T-Tar can't hit me for nothing. Like, if he D-dances, he's dead. If he ice punches, I take it, and he's dead. And immediately I knew Mudsdale was like the guy in this matchup.
To be quite honest, Kyle really does not have anything on his 6 for Mudsdale.
No, he doesn't.
He had to have like predicted a Stealth Rock and send in Zam for an Energy Ball. That's like about it, and that's not a
Well, what about
situation you want to be
Frostmoth?
in.
But like
Yeah,
a nice ice beam.
the only times that I ended up having to pivot Mudsdale were when Frostmoth came in, and I was going
Right.
to get like outsped and like ice beamed, or whatever Frostmoth does.
Right.
You
right,
hit
Frostmoth's-
defog. I love this.
Yeah, this whole back and forth between me trying to figure out if he's gonna roost / defog / if I should rocks or EQ, it was just like, it was kind of a game of cat and mouse, because I was like, okay, I know I can kill the Zapdos, but how long is it gonna take?
The EQ there was huge.
That does
was
so
huge.
How much attack investment did you have on Mudsdale? Because it seems like you're hitting the critical ranges for this Rock Slide to keep Zapdos in the perpetual roost thing.
You can check.
Pretty well.
Yeah. My team is like right here. Give me a moment. 'Cause I don't
Trans rights. Oh
freaking
my
remember.
god. Oh, your nickname's here though.
Yeah, no, I'm
Tran rights, that's
252
great.
adamant.
Wow.
Oh,
I
okay.
have max attack on this Mudsdale.
So it's just max attack, max HP,
Yep.
and it's
And then
still that
force
big.
it
That's
up, yeah.
insane.
Yeah, no, I mean, Mudsdale's 185, like, bulk-wise, and with 252 in HP, like, you can live a hit from almost anyone.
And
Like,
you,
listen,
and you have
you have a
stamina,
team
too.
with like But listen, your team is Heatran, Kamao, you got like Starmie, and we brought you on here because Mudsdale.
Hey, Heatran did some things. You know, Spiritomb killed Zam. You know.
Heatran's a pretty big check to Frostmouth and Zam, to be quite honest.
Oh yeah. No, definitely. I mean, he was the check to Frostmoth 100%. I was like, okay, even if he gets a QD up, like there's no hidden power. He's got Bug, Ice, and like Grass, and I'm like, I don't take any damage from any of that.
And here we see the problem with the quad weak moths.
And it's gone.
Either
I
have to run.
did not understand that.
Yeah, that was a little weird, but that's kind of the issue. You have to run either Charty or Boots, and if you run Charty and you're at half from Boots, you're still not living the rock move.
Yeah,
so
you're still dead.
Mudsdale has claimed 2 Pokemon and is making another one a problem.
That Hurricane was kind of a big deal.
That was kind of a big deal, yeah.
And then
that crit. The crit was nice too. But you're 3 months deep and it's just Mudsdale.
Yeah. I gotta calc the luck stat after this.
Yeah, true. It's probably pretty high in my favor just because of the missed Hurricane. I
Oh,
feel like
you
not
know
much
what?
else happened that was like crazy, you know?
I feel like you've got like a plus 1.8 for luck in this because there were a
Sounds
lot of
about
turns where nothing happened.
Yeah.
But he also got paralyzed a couple of times. So.
Yeah, you also got the full paras.
Yeah, like I think 2 or 3 times Heatran got parried. I can think of one other one at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
Why the name Calm Mindset?
Because to throw the opponent off.
Because it's hilarious.
Big brain because Mudsdale gets Calm Mind, definitely. You guys should prep for it every week.
I was a little surprised that wasn't just easy into Kamao there, because then you kill T-Tar and Sand is off the board for the rest of the match. Not that you're in that big of an issue because you're 3 mons up, but...
Yeah, honestly, I just wanted to abuse Mudsdale as much as possible.
You know what? Fair.
Before I had to, like, take any chip damage, maybe on, like, Kamao or Archeops even, like...
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Because really the only threat left is Play Rough on Stoutland.
Yeah, true.
T-Tar switching into these flash cannons is
at this point, I was just very confident. I was like, okay, like I have this for T-Tar, I got Spiritomb in the back for Zam, and then Stoutland can't do anything against, like, well, Spiritomb because I made him, I think, defensive. And
dude, if you had rest here and you rested on this turn, if you were playing me, I might have rage quit.
I know.
I might have rage quit.
At that moment, I was like, man, if I had, I thought the same thing. I was like, man, if I had rest. And I was like, you did good, Mudsdale. You did good.
Oh, man.
Like, I can't believe it's 5v2 because of Mudsdale.
Yeah, and I don't even remember a Sucker Punch here like 3 times, right? And this is banded Sucker Punch as well.
Oh, of course.
Don't leave.
I'm glad that I lived that. I wonder, I feel like that's a lot of damage, though. Like, I know Stoutland is big, but... Spiritomb's also big.
Stoutland's base attack is not that high. I think he does so much damage because you're going first with Sand a lot of times, so you always run Orb or Band or something, and then it gets the very high base power return.
So he must have had Band or something then.
That's my inclination.
Because that was non-stab. That did 97, you know? And it wasn't Orb because we didn't see any chip.
Right.
This double plot could have been a problem if you didn't have Sucker here.
Yeah, so I knew, because I was banded into Sucker, and I was like, okay, like, if Alakazam really starts setting up and goes crazy, like, I want to make sure that I'm not locked into Sucker, because then he could just get to +6. So I made sure to switch out. I was like, okay, I'll take the +4. Heatran's going to go down, but it guarantees me the Shadow Sneak.
Could you imagine just being on the other side of you putting rocks up every other turn? Like, God damn it, I just defogged!
Imagine being on the other side of having your rocks defogged every other turn.
God damn it, I just put these up!
But in that, the Sand kind of didn't do him any favors at the beginning of the match either.
No, definitely not. I mean, Zapdos was taking chip the entire time. Like, little bits of Sand kind of added up a little bit.
Yeah, and that's so crazy because Zapdos is such an insanely good versatile Mon.
Yeah.
And you kind of just made it look like shit.
I said no. No, it wasn't me. It was Mudsdale. Mudsdale literally played itself. Like, I didn't do anything right. In fact, I did a bunch of stuff wrong. Like, I didn't call out, like, Roost a couple times, and I rock slided, and, you know, like...
I think that just goes to show how strong a Mon can be if your opponent has no answers for it. Because, like you said, it plays itself.
Yeah, no water type, no grass type, no... I mean, there is an ice type, but...
But with the 4 times weak to the rock move that you're slamming every turn, it was either sack something to get it in, or it's not coming in.
Yeah.
I also love how you brought 4 of your 6 rock setters this match.
And
then the spinner for good measure.
Yep. Actually, did I don't even know if I had. Oh no, I did. I did have spin on Starmie.
Of course.
I had to double check.
Well, that just about wraps it up for you.
It was a good game. I loved it.
Yeah. No, I mean it was a great way to start the season for me. Definitely.
Yeah.
I just think that Mudsdale kind of didn't. You're right. He didn't have any really answers for it, so I didn't feel like that pressured with Mudsdale. So I just kept doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, if the Pokemon goes down, it goes down. It doesn't matter.
Mudsdale's moving up next season.
Yeah, listen. I think it should.
I don't.
I love Mudsdale. I mean, Drac, you remember when we played like I think season 11?
Dude, I'm still tilted. I didn't get the +6 and 7 turns with the DS because I missed the Dragon Claw.
That literally would have been, and that was week 1 as well. That would have been like, that would have killed me. But Mudsdale held on tight with like 2%.
Love him. Love him.
Great horse.
Great win, Jim.
Yeah, that's my horse.
Yeah, great stuff.
Great win.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle even says it in the chat. He was so scared of Starmie, he wasn't ready for the horse.
That's fair. That's totally fair. I mean, I had, Heatran, Como, Starmie. I'd be terrified of Archeops if I had to prep for Archeops.
Yeah, Archeops is another mon that might be undervalued. I don't know.
I also kind of think so. I think that mon's busted, but we'll see. We'll see how it does.
Yep. So any closing words for the people? Any shout outs?
Shout out to, was it Mitch with the Meteor Beam on Arctozolt?
Hey Mario, good job with the Meteor Beam Arctozolt.
Thanks. Good work, Mario.
Good work, Mario.
That was my personal heat of the week. I popped off when that happened. I was like, he's got nothing for this, and then the Meteor Beam happened, and I was so happy.
Right, because otherwise, Rotomage just
Mario.
completely walls Arctozolt, doesn't it?
Well, it was a 2-minute phone call. Even Mitch admitted it. It was a 2-minute phone call with Mario. Mitch can't be on inside the PFL until he comes up with heat on his own. Even if that heat is the same 4 moves on Mudsdale, solving a whole team.
True. It wasn't even anything crazy.
It wasn't crazy. It didn't have to be.
I don't know.
It was great.
Very cool.
Yeah, good stuff.
Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Subscribe to his Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah.
Do that.
Like, comment, subscribe to Hef TV.
I assume you guys are getting Arceus Legends. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Rob has off tomorrow. As soon as I'm out of work, picking him up, going to the cannabis store, and we're doing it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That's sick.
I'm gonna play it in a little bit. Probably not on release like all the crazy people, but I'll play it eventually.
I got you. I will be doing that for this entire weekend probably.
Same, bro. I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, guys. It was a pleasure.
Peace, homie.
Take care.
All right. Peace out.
It is time to look at the battles. The new-ish section of Inside the PFL. We'll be talking about the matches coming up this next week. We're not going to be strictly giving team advice or anything like that, of course. We are just going to talk about the threats, our high-level idea of how the match is going to go, that sort of stuff. So first up, we have Leibo against M1. And the first thing I notice about Leibo's team against M1's is that Mamo is a big problem for this team.
Words out of mouth, brother. Words out of mouth. Mamo is a problem for M1. I mean, no. I mean, nothing. Zarude actually might do, like a banded Zarude might do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure Zarude one-shots it with. It probably lives in Icicle Crash and one-shots it with Power Whip, but that's not a situation I really want to be in, especially when you have so many strong switch-ins for grass moves like Salamence and Scizor.
Right. I think a good bulky Scizor would be a big problem for this team too. I mean, Manectric and Salazzle kind of just base it from distance, but Glacier can't really do a lot to it. I mean, it could, but it's big. It's gonna just continue taking bullet punches though.
Yeah. One thing I do like about M1's team is he's a fan of the toxic Salazzle set, and that actually looks really good against Leibo's team because nothing switches into a toxic. You can toxic Nihilego, toxic Scizor. It's great.
Right, and I mean, he'd have to run some calcs and see if he would be able to go with a bulkier set on Salazzle and still be able to get rid of Aromatisse with Sludge Waves.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like a bulky Aromatisse can just get in the way, do some heal bells and,
I think
honestly,
you
I don't
probably
think it can do any damage back.
Yeah, I don't think it can do any damage back because of the quad resist Moonblast. It might get Psyshock or Psychic, honestly. That might be an issue.
Oh, yeah.
However, I believe Salazzle should 2-tap it with Sludge Wave with minimal investment.
I could agree with that. I can see that happening.
Yeah, like Mantine is pretty much the only switch-in, or I guess a Golem. Those are the only real switch-ins to Salazzle.
Right. And even then, like, there is no real switch into Salazzle minus Nihilego because everything else is getting toxic.
Right.
Like, that's just... When I see Salazzle, that's my first thought is whatever switches in right now, unless it's a poison type, is going to get toxic.
Poison types are getting toxic too, my guy. Corrosion works on poison types.
That makes sense.
It only can't toxic immunity mons like Gligar or Snorlax.
Okay. Well, then yeah, Big Fast Salazzle might... What if he brought the Trick Room set?
That was something I was going to bring up. Like, if anyone brings a Trick Room set, Aggron can kind of go in. Nothing really switches into a head smash.
Uffalon, Glastrier.
Yeah, all of those mons can super duper put in some work. Maybe not necessarily like Glastrier against Mamo. Maybe not be so great. But yeah, there's... If anyone gets off multiple Trick Rooms, that could just wipe Leibo off the board. However, I think Leibo might have an edge just because it's going to be very hard to get that off, especially with Bullet Punch on Scizor, just being able to eliminate Hatterene.
Right. I don't know. I think this is going to be a very good matchup. I don't know who to pick for for our matchups here for when we make our picks.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm really liking Leibo's team here. Salamence gets really good coverage for it.
I think Leibo's team has the tiniest of edges, so I think I'm going to go to Leibo, although M1 definitely has lots of counterplay that we just kind of talked about with the toxic spam and Trick Room shenanigans. Even potentially like a bulky Zarude.
Leibo has a lot of snowball potential.
Oh, absolutely. That was his whole idea.
Yeah, so we're gonna see what happens with that.
Next up in the battles, we have Vic against Mike. I'm not going to offer my commentary because my co-host is here. Why don't you walk us through this match, Mike? What are you afraid of?
Without giving away too much, I mean, I've said it a million times, I'm afraid of the fact that his base speed is a lot. Miltank could have literally any ability this week and it would be good. All three of them work.
Yep.
It's just... I'm really afraid of his speed tiers. That's going to be a problem. I'm very interested to see how myself, if I was from the outside, I'd be interested to see how I'm going to deal with that. Because my team is in no way... I mean, Dragapult fast, but like, besides Dragapult...
Zeraora's one faster, though.
Zeraora one faster.
And I mean... What's Zeraora doing, though? It's going to knock you off, I guess.
The Plasma Fist hurts. A couple of my boys don't want that.
True. You resist, though, at the very least.
We'll see what happens. It's going to be a fun game, at the very least.
We'll see where the dice fall.
Right. I don't want to... Again, talking about our own games is probably going to be the shortest one, because, like... I can't tell Bick what I'm afraid of, because then he's going to go, oh, well, I can't bring that, because he's going to over-prep for that, and then I'd screw him, so...
Right.
Actually, fun fact about this, Vic messaged me if I was making any trades or pickups at about 3 this afternoon, and I went, I'm not giving you any more time in the lab. And he's like, dude, it's for the team card. And I went, yeah, my statement still stands.
But off the record, since this isn't going to go up until Saturday, you're not making any trades or pickups, right?
No trades or pickups.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we're good. I liked how my team performed last week. You are right though. When you told me I should pick up some more attackers. Damn.
Yeah, because I mean, Dragapult put in the work last week, of course. But yeah, like your big damage guys are your first 3.
That's it. Yeah, you're right. I did notice that when I was team building. I was like, shit, like outside of these. All right,
But yeah,
though.
man, Cinderace is so scary. Libero, everything, even just those stab U-turns every single time hurts.
Yeah, all of it. Just his team being so fast is going to be my biggest problem.
With that, time for the next matchup. Jim against James. James, Jim.
Jimmy James. The Jimmy James match, which we have
hold
often.
up. Let's back up 2 seconds. We didn't do predictions for your game. I'm gonna predict
me.
Bick.
Good. I'm taking me.
All right, great. Let me just note that in the doc. Bick, Mike. Anyway, now on to James.
The Jim James match.
Right. So, I think Jim has a real rough time with the Azumarill. Amoonguss is literally it, I think.
Clanger, Soul Blaze, Poison Jab.
Yeah, true. But I mean, before that, it's definitely
Rocky
gonna
Helm
live one
Fortress?
P-Jab. And then it's not living a play rough. I don't even care if you ever Zelly Berry. You're not living a huge power play rough.
I think he's got a lot of good things to hit it with. I mean, he could send in Clefable even to just get up some screens to help him live a couple more turns. He's got another...
You mean?
Did I say Clefable?
You did say Clefable.
I'm sorry. They're both
Anyway,
taken
I know
from
what you
Gen
meant.
1.
I shouldn't have interrupted you.
Right. Wigglytuff's going to come in and maybe set up some screens. But it's... I actually think the opposite. I don't think James has a lot of good solutions to, like, Heatran. I mean, Azumarill being one of them, but, like, Crustle is, what, neutral to the Flash Cannons?
Yeah.
I think a good offensive Heatran could do some things.
Yeah. Coco might kind of be an issue. Because if he doesn't bring Mudsdale, he is kind of liable to just get Volt Switched on to death.
Right, but like, look at how good Mudsdale is here with just the standard set of Rocks, Earthquake, Rock Slide, like, and a Heavy Slam possibly, like, Earthquake's hitting a good portion of these boys, at the very least, neutrally. Rock Slide's gonna hit a bunch of them super effective, like...
Yeah, that's fair.
I think Mudsdale might, rise to the top.
Right, maybe, I guess Azumarill probably can 2-tap Mudsdale. Fortress actually probably walls Azumarill, if I'm being quite honest.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't get a lot of good passive recovery, but like, even the slow Volt Switches or like a Gyro Ball into a Volt Switch, like with a Rocky Helm on, and Azumarill is probably either going to be dead or close enough to dead where it's no longer a problem.
I don't think a Gyro Ball is doing that much. Azumarill is not fast.
That's true. It is only neutral too, but still, I still think you have moves
you live
where you can
something
ship
with
it
the
down.
Rocky Helmet and you Volt Switch out, maybe. Okay.
Right. Does it get Leech Seed?
Pharaoh,
Sap Sipper.
no. Or not Pharaoh. Fortress, no, it does not get Leech Seed.
Okay, that would be kind of wild. A good like agility Swords Dance Drapion can probably put in some work here.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe run like Earthquake and Poison Jab.
Oh, honestly, if he does not bring Drapion, then I think G Slow. Is that King? G Slow King. I was forgetting if it was Bro or King.
I was struggling too.
I think G Slow King and potentially Aegislash kind of sit on him if not for some kind of offensive Drapion.
I mean,
well, I guess he has Mudsdale again.
Arceus. Archeops gets non-stab Earthquakes, but it's still got a decent attack where like a Choice Band might hurt a bit.
Well, Archeops with Defeatist not procced yet is always an issue to deal with because it's like 140 attack or something.
That's what I'm saying. So like that thing can help solve a lot of these problems. And then like Starmie too. With I don't think Psychic's super effective against that, right? Psychic doesn't resist.
Against whom? Sorry.
Starmie versus Galarian Slow King.
It's neutral to Psychic, yeah, but it's got the AV, so it's basically resisted.
You could run Psyshock.
Okay, you could run Psyshock. I mean, he's still big and probably switching out. What else? Shockingly enough, Articuno might be able to do some stuff. because just like Hurricane hits a lot of stuff, it gets freeze dry for Starmie.
Yeah.
And Mudsdale.
Yeah, shit, you're right. If Articuno goes off in this game, I swear to God.
Because it's just Heatran really. Heatran is the resist to Articuno? Hold up. Ice Flying. I guess
Archeops could come in and just delete it.
Yeah, very fair. But you gotta hit the
That
Stone
4
Edge.
extra rock. You could bring Rock Slide in that situation.
Okay, yeah. Very fair. I was thinking James at the very beginning, but I'm kind of thinking Jim now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking Jim. I think Jim has this. We didn't even talk about Amoonguss either, by the way. I mean, I know Amoonguss doesn't want to deal with a couple of these things, but he does want to deal with Azumarill. And I wouldn't be surprised if James didn't bring an offensive Azumarill, but he brought the Sap Sipper, maybe a trapping Azumarill, specifically to deal with Amoonguss.
Yeah. Hopefully James isn't screaming at his monitor that we're revealing his tech, but I could see that being a problem. Honestly, James has a lot of options for Amoonguss, so I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. Or that mon specifically won't be that big of an issue, you know?
Right. Although, man, it does hit a lot of things on this team. It's more defensive than offensive, but damn. But yeah, no, I'm definitely picking Jim. I like it.
I'll also pick Jim, but I'm interested to see the match regardless because James always pulls out some weird stuff.
Some weird shit, man.
Next match, we have Kyle against Dylan.
Kyle versus Dylan, eh?
Okay, so this is
Alakazam does things.
Yeah, Zam. Like, who's the Zam switching? It's Magnezone.
Mimikyu can get a cheeky Swords Dance Shadow Sneak off as long as he can break the sash.
Yeah, in that case, you kind of just have to double sneak, but Kyle is not going to let that happen.
Yeah, might not be a situation of let as it just happens. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Okay, so you're saying like we get into a situation where Zam is setting up, and then Dylan just knows he keeps Mimikyu in the back pocket for Zam.
Right. Yeah, that can be his hard Zam answer because, like, you know, I bet an Assault Vest Magnezone eats at least one Focus Blast.
Probably two.
At least one.
Magnezone is big.
That's what I'm saying. Like, a chunky Magnezone might actually be a good play here too. That would be nice to see. Galarian Wheezing is going to get deleted in this team, I think. I don't think it should come to this match at all.
So Fairy Poison, a very interesting type.
Oh wait, does Fairy versus Psychic?
No.
Yeah, then no. My statement stands. Looking at a team with Mega Metacham.
Well, no, hold up. No. You are completely wrong, actually. Because neutralizing gas, you no longer have pure power.
Oh, yeah, that ability is broke. Yeah. You right. Oh man, that ability can come in clutch. It won't stop Regenerator, will it?
Yes, it does.
But I thought Regenerator doesn't activate until you leave, so like you'd still get the health back.
You don't get Regenerator.
Okay, I am 180 right now. Galarian Wheezing is coming to this game.
Yeah. Wow, Galarian Wheezing honestly solves so much. And if it's just so big and it gets in the way for the whole match and whittles Dylan down, then a Z-Memento goes off and brings it back in, we're all going to groan and we're all going to be like, oh my god, how did this happen?
You ready to see bulky Chestnut put the work in too? Like, he might take huge powers a lot. That's risk.
So, I think if I remember correctly, Zen Headbutt does like 70 max to Chestnut because I was semi-prepping for Metacham against Chestnut last season. I say
so like after a Rocky Helmet Spiky Shield shift, that hurts.
Oh yeah, for sure. Another thing is that if Dylan decides to bring who's this Tentacruel, it's gonna be hard to throw out seeds because of Liquid Ooze.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
There's a lot of fun stuff that could happen in this match actually.
Yeah, like I'm looking at Doug Trio right now, and it's also like pretty good here. Pretty good. I'm fairly sure he gets Iron Head. No, I've had Alone Doug Trio too many times. But still, like, I'm
I
liking
don't
Doug
think
Trio in this match.
I don't think it gets anything for Tangrowth. Okay, you can aerial ace. Tangrowth eats those though.
Yeah, you're right. It does. What is his big Tangrowth solution here? Are we looking at like a good QD from Frostmoth, just hitting it with a bug or ice move?
I think you can send in Chestnut and just sit on each other for a while. G Weezing solves it pretty well.
I swear to
Altaria
God,
is
if
pretty
it's
good
Chestnut
against it.
versus Tangrowth, I'm not watching it. I'm just gonna stop watching the game.
I mean, Frostmoth and Zapdos are great against it.
Okay, yeah. Zapdos has to rely on the Hurricane hitting though, which is sad. And then after like Leech Seed's given him health, and then he got the Protects possibly. That's a lot of risk that I don't know if I'd personally take.
Yeah. However, I think you kind of have to bring Tangrowth because otherwise, T-Tar and Stoutland destroy you.
Oh no, Tangrowth is coming. That's another Mon 100% coming to this game. If there's two Mons that we're gonna see, it's Galarian Weezing on Kyle's team and Tangrowth on Dylan's team.
Yeah, dude, there's so much fun stuff that can happen in this match. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. This is gonna be really good. So then, Drac, who you picking?
Oh man, this is tough. I think I'm gonna give it to Kyle.
I might have to give it to Kyle too.
Oh, you're picking the same as me, huh?
We've picked opposites a couple of times.
Yeah, we have. You are 2 points ahead of me right now. Spoiler alert.
I should just pick the same as you for the rest of the season.
No, I'm gonna make you pick first sometimes then.
Damn, you got me.
Something else. If we see like a final Gambit Excelgor, that could be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that would be a good way to solve any of Kyle's problems. Just delete it real fast. Just lead Final Gambit Excelgor.
I was thinking that you bring it in against something that doesn't want a bug move, which I'm quickly realizing everything is fine with taking a bug move from Excelgor. Yeah. So maybe it doesn't work. I was thinking you could do the 1-2 combo.
Well, except for Zam.
Yeah, but Zam's not switching into anything.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I was just thinking you have that 1-2 combo of Bug Buzz, and then you're at like 70 or whatever, and then boom, Final Gambit, you're dead. Anyway, we both picked Kyle. On to match number 4, LCD against Hunter. Gotta take in this team real quick.
Yeah, I need to. I like it's. We're gonna see some Intimidate versus Intimidate here. We got with Intimroar and Lando.
Are there any contrary guys? Oh, there's Serp, but Serp Serp doesn't really want to be physical, I don't think.
He also does not want any part of Incineroar in any way, shape, or form.
Very true. Well, I mean, it could get awkward if it's sub glare and you switch an Incin thinking that it's the check.
Oh yeah,
it gets glared and you sub, and now you're seated and everything's a problem. Although
everything's a problem.
He does have the grass immunity with Storm Drain on Gastrodon.
I don't really see what is outside of Incineroar. What is he gonna do about Jirachi?
That's a great question. Scarm,
hitting buttons.
Scarm and or Cobalion might do fine.
Ooh, a Rocky Helm Scarm, yeah. That would be real cheeky to switch into any move that Terrakian's gonna do. I mean, you'll be bulky. If you Roost, however, then the close combat probably kills you.
Right. Well, no, Roost is gonna be going second.
It's Terrakian.
Roost is gonna be going second. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, okay, so Mario's informing me that I'm an idiot and that Terrakion would go first in that exchange, and it wouldn't be super effective, so Skarmory still wins.
I think a bulky utility or maybe even a trapping Altaria can be a big issue.
Mega Altaria? Yeah.
Because there's nothing really that can sit against it, I don't think. Maybe it's just Cobalion doesn't really even want to sit against it.
Yeah, shit, what is his good answer for Mega Altaria?
It's like
and don't you tell me Ariados.
I think it's no. I was gonna say like a Scarf Lele's about it, but then Jirachi just comes in every time.
Is neutral?
What? Wait, what? Say that again.
Fairy doesn't resist Fairy.
No,
that's it.
No, that's why I was saying Scarf. Okay. He's Scarf Moon Blast.
Yeah. Okay.
But then
Okay.
if you're going that route, if it's either Scarf Terrakion or Scarf Jirachi, that completely neutralizes Lele. And and if you're a Mondown, you might just get into the trading war where you don't have a good answer for Altaria, and your only good answer is the Scarfer, who ends up trading at the end of the day, and you just lose that one for one over and over again. You know what I mean?
I don't know how many Moonblasts Jirachi is switching into. Like, honestly,
quite a
scarfing.
few.
You think?
Yeah, I mean it's 100.
Oh, it
across
does
the
have
board,
100 across the board.
and it
So yeah,
resists.
that's true. That's true. Okay.
I think Moonblast is
Lele
like
does
20.
get Mystical Fire. It has to. All of them. I just assume that every
it doesn't.
fairy or psychic type has Mystical Fire.
Nope, doesn't.
Not to Lele. He would be too broken. He'd be way too broken.
I think Lele missed the ship on that the same way Bulu didn't get Glide.
Okay. That makes sense.
Man, what a world. Bulu with Glide.
Damn. So yeah, Jirachi pretty much just hardwalls Lele.
I think Hunter's going to have to get real creative to get around a Jirachi Mega Altaria combo.
I agree. And then throw in a Lando in there in the back pocket. I'm going to expect a Sap Super Grudger here to completely defend Gastrodon from Superior.
Yeah, Gastrodon has to come. Well,
does it?
Oh, you were saying Sap Super Gudra. Oh, I heard Gastrodon for some reason.
Well, Sap Super Grudger to protect Gastrodon.
Oh, Gastrodon. Oh, Storm Drain is water. My brain. The wires are crossed. I've been talking about Pokemon too long.
Yeah, you're good. You know what? And then I honestly forgot about the Storm Drain there. But like Lapras being the water type, like it's useful to have the Storm Drain. But like, I don't know. Terrakion. So I already talked about this earlier, but Terrakion wins the fight of versus Incin. I don't care about the Intimidate. Like,
yeah, I mean it's okay. Sure, you get Brick Break or even Drain Punch on Incin. You're still not living 2 CCs. You're still not living 2 Stone Edges.
Right, not even close. This is Hunter's gonna have to play really good. I think LCD is gonna take this, and I think he's gonna take it handily.
I have to pick LCD. This is such a rough matchup. I'm sorry, Hunter. I believed in you last week.
I think he's gonna take it handily.
Yeah, I believed in him last week, but he nearly missed it from an Excel Rock. Not having an Excel Rock, that is.
Right.
But hey, we'll see how it goes. We both pick LCD. Match number 5. We have Manny's new team against Vangi.
Manny's whole new team. So, first thing I'm seeing is Weavile versus Torkoal, and I'm like, oh. And then I'm seeing Torkoal with a Sun versus Ferrothorn here.
Oh, dude, Venusaur kind of messes this team up.
Well, until we see Mega Zardex there, that actually, honestly,
mean, does it? If you like get off a growth, it can still just like Life Orb Sludge Bomb you, and you're probably dead.
Oh, that's true. If we were to see the Iron Defense Mega Slowbro that I was talking about earlier, this would be the week to do it.
Yeah, because Ferrothorn doesn't beat it, Zard doesn't beat it. There's a lot of mons you can just click Calm Mind or even an Iron D on.
Right.
Oof.
And then you're just there. Solve me. You get body press to deal with Umbreon, and then you just get other moves. You get other move slots. You got 2 other ones. Pick moves.
Yeah, Mega Slowbro could be a big problem.
Yeah, I agree. I'm actually really excited to see Mega Slowbro this week.
I think Venusaur is a really, really big problem for Vangi.
Ferrothorn, 100% coming to this game. However, because it has to, because if it doesn't, Dracovish is going to click Fish's Rend. And I don't care that Feeney's water type. Probably only taking 2 of those at best.
Yeah, and Lantern is going to have to come with water.
Oh, Lantern could bring with water absorb, right? Yeah, I didn't see that there.
I think, Vangi's team outside of Weavile and Zard is kind of slow, so you might see the Uber Destroyer set on with the Choice Band and Fish's Rend on Dracovish.
I was saying he can probably get away with a Life Orb too, because doesn't Dracovish get Earthquake?
Probably
not.
I would believe
a lot. You would believe that?
I would believe that.
Now I'm gonna look it up. Dracovish. I don't like him in draft, so I've never really looked into him. Let's find out.
Yeah, Vangi's kind of got an uphill battle against this Venusaur.
Oh, it gets
Dracovish
Earthquake.
combo.
A good Life Orb Dracovish here? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It even
If
gets
he could-
low kick for Weavile or Ferrothorn.
Well, I was saying Earthquake for Lantern.
Oh, yeah, for Lantern.
Because, like, I mean, unless it gets Scald Burned, what's Lantern doing back?
Oh, I was saying Vangi's team is in general slow, but Pikachu and Passimian are still faster than Dracovish. It's really just his tank core is so slow, and I think a lot of things have an issue switching into Dracovish.
I think that Manny's big thing here is he has to be very careful that he does not let Megazard get dances off. Because, yeah, I said that Mega Slowbro can deal with him, but not after a couple of dances.
Yeah, I highly doubt it. Because it gets T-Punch. That's definitely a Tough Claws move. You do not want a +1 Tough Claws T-Punch.
Right. It probably gets Crunch too, honestly, but I don't know if that's going to be Tough Claws boosted.
It would. It's all contact moves.
Oh, so yeah, okay, so he gets Crunch too.
Fun
But,
fact
like-
is Draining Kiss is Tough Claws boosted. Not that any Mons with Tough Claws get Draining Kiss, but that's a fun fact.
I actually like that fact a lot. But minus that, if Manus can play really well around Megazard X, I feel like his matchup here is better.
I think so too. If he brings the Sun Core and his 2 water types, choose 2 other Mons out of the hat. Those are some big threats that Vangi has to deal with.
Right. It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays off because, like, as I said, it can go south for Manus really fast, like unnecessarily fast. Even like a Swords Dance from Weavile, and he's just going to start shredding through some boys. Like, I mean, Alcremie can probably come in, but that Icicle Crash or Triple Axle now probably still going to hurt. It gets low kick for Zora Arc, but Triple Axle still probably better. And he's got to be careful that he doesn't let Vangi's speedy boys do speedy things.
Yeah, it's a very double-edged matchup.
Right. Again, yeah, because you're right, because if Torkoal gets the sun up and we get one growth off Venusaur, it's just going to start clicking buttons, and Vangi's going to start losing Mons until the sun's gone.
Pretty much. And Venusaur Torkoal is such a deadly combo. Leibo piloted that to a victory with his double
Van's
weather
had this
team.
exact core before, too.
Oh, I believe it.
Going to be good. I'm going to have to pick my boy Manny on this, though. Sorry, Vangi.
I was also thinking Manny.
I'm going to have to pick Manny on this.
I think Manny's got a lot of counterplay to the Dracovish checks and the Sun checks, and they don't really overlap, so I think things on Vangi's side are just going to start dying.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you.
Match number 4.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Vangi come out on top.
Oh, yeah. It definitely could happen. So match number 4, we're getting into the Conference Cup. First match,
your game here,
myself
too.
against Jack. I like my matchup a lot. I think Jack is kind of missing some sustain that my team benefits from. I think that's kind of the long and the short of it. Because he's got like Regenerator on Tangela and Shore Up on Palisand.
But, I mean, you have, like, Buzzwole.
Yeah.
You have, like, Buzzwole who breaks all walls. I'm liking your matchup, too. I'm actually going to have to take you in this.
Hell
I like
yeah.
I like your matchup here a lot. I think, without giving up too much for either side, I think you have a lot of things that can just go off in this game.
Yeah, I've done some prep, and there's a small number of sets that I think Jack has very little answers to, but we'll see. Jack can definitely pull out some crazy stuff, like Prankster Screens Klefki is always an issue.
Always. That definitely can be a big problem that you run into, but again, like, I'm really liking, purely based on looking at what's in front of me in the matchups, your team is looking better.
That's 2 for Drac then. I like how both of us are very hesitant to talk about each other's matches. Like, oh,
Right, I don't want
to too much, but
Right, I can't do that. That's not what we're here for. I'm here to give away everybody else's set.
right, of course. Anyway, with that brief, that was almost a detour talking about my match.
It was
we said
almost a detour.
nothing.
Moving right along.
Yeah, moving right along. Don't pay no attention, Jack. If you're watching, you didn't see anything. Next matchup is Dan against Tristan, another Conference Cup match. I'm picking Dan because I always pick my boys for the Conference Cup.
Really like Registeel here. He has to worry about getting magnet trapped by Magneton. But besides that, like, if he picks the right Registeel to counter that Infernape, it'll win. I don't care that it's super effective.
I mean, are you saying specifically counter on Registeel or a set to counter Infernape?
Okay, so Infernape
does he even get counter?
No. I'm saying, like, if he picks... I mean, Infernape can literally bring a mixed set and still sweep you, but, like, if he decides to go all in on either physical or special, and Registeel comes in and is that defensive type, I think it wins that matchup. I think it survives, and then if it has Earthquake or even, like, a T-Wave, I think it can very, very much cripple Infernape, and Registeel is easily my favorite Pokemon on Dan's team, and one of my favorite Pokemon.
I think Mega Venusaur, more than anything, is the hard stop for Infernape. Maybe even Victini to a certain extent.
Honestly, what is his... Outside of, like, Galarian Slowbro here, and praying to God you hit Hurricane, what is his answer to
Noivern?
Venusaur?
Oh, to Venusaur.
To Mega Venusaur. He doesn't have a good flying type, minus Torn's sitting there, and he better hit those Hurricanes, and that's the Prankster bulk up one, so maybe an Acrobatics after some bulk ups?
That's maybe about it, but... Okay, so Torn kind of forces Mega Venusaur out every time, but then something like...
Does it?
I mean, stab super effective.
Yeah, but if you are... What if he's a special defensive Venusaur, and he gets the Leech Seed up, and then he's recovering health every turn, and you're taking Chip and Sludge Bombs?
Yeah, that could be
offensive,
a
problem. Like... No, Venusaur's a problem.
So
I'm telling you,
like
relying on that Hurricane
set or something?
Yeah, if both Venusaurs would do well here. If you run an offensive Venusaur, like, its defenses are big enough to carry it to where it needs to go. But if you just full on went into defense, its special attack is good enough to at least do enough chip where Torn only probably takes... It's probably a 3-tap, no investment.
Right. Torn Eye's biggest problem is chip.
Yeah,
because it's a great utility mon. It's kind of budget Torn D.
Right.
To be quite honest.
It's just I don't see a really good answer to Mega Venusaur on this team. I don't like having to rely on a 70% Hurricane, or again, like the bulk up Acrobatics. Like, now you have to set up. Now you're possibly taking Sludge Bombs and Leech Seeds. Like, it's gonna be a problem. Mega Venusaur is a problem.
Mega Venusaur is always a problem.
This is a Conference Cup game, though, so I can kind of excuse, especially week 2 in the season, not having a good answer to a Pokemon. Like, if Mega Venusaur was in your division and this was Tristan's team, I'd be really confused because I don't see a good answer to it.
Yeah, that would be an issue. I think Dan's defensive core just wins the stall battle against Tristan, so Tristan is going to have to sort of go off real quick. Well, I don't know. Tristan does have the regenerator core now that I'm thinking about it.
He does have a good regenerator core, I agree, but like, what the hell's Mola gonna do against Venusaur except for try and wish, and then Venusaur's just gonna cackle and be in the way. Be more in the way.
That's a good question. Oh, does Mola even come this week? What does Mola wall on this team?
I don't think it comes this week, honestly.
Yeah, like, the only viable Mola set would be like something to trap Registeel, maybe like a Whirlpool stall set, but I don't think that would work, to be quite honest, because okay, maybe it could wall Victini, but Victini gets Bolt Strike, and it's a Z Captain.
And it's a Z Captain, and you know what? Even outside of Bolt Strike, it gets stab a Zen Headbutt. I mean, Rocky Helm, Victini doesn't like to deal with chips, so that's kind of what we're playing there. But like, I'm gonna keep saying this: Mega Venusaur might be able to just 1v6 this whole team. Ooh, a cheeky bounce from Mega Gyarados.
Ooh.
If he has like a
Yeah.
Dragon Dancer 2 up, yeah, you're giving him a turn to react to it, but like it's one of those, if you don't have like Registeel up, what once? Maybe defensive Sandslash, but then he doesn't want the waterfall, so.
Okay. So who you think is doing it? It
I
sounds
think Dan.
sounds like Dan, yeah.
I sorry, Tristan. Dan.
Dan it is.
Ooh, number 9.
Nijia against Sheedge. Okay, we got 2 prankster screens. Interesting.
Yeah. Really excited to. I love that dark types aren't affected by prankster, and I always forget that as well. So that's going to be an interesting trade here. Looking at this is a really good matchup for both sides. Raikou's looking good. Raikou always looks good. What am I talking about? But Raikou's looking real good here.
Doesn't Seismitoad kind of stop it in its tracks?
Does it get water absorbed?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get Seismitoad out of the way. Just because one Pokemon walls it, I don't think you should not bring it.
No, yeah, for sure. I don't think. Okay, yeah, Raikou has Scald for Rotom Heat.
Rotom and for Excadrill.
Yeah, and for Excadrill. There's no Sand, so that's kind of an issue. Okay, no Ghost type on Nijia's team. If Excadrill gets a Rapid Spin off, well, I guess Gliscor always hard walls it anyway, so.
Right, and then yeah. Honestly, Nijia's team looking. Comfey is going to do some work here.
Yeah, priority Giga Drain on Seismitoad, you'll have to watch out for that. Although, a lot of stuff resists the Draining Kiss. I mean, Draining Kiss would pretty much just be for Seismitoad and... Or I guess the triage set is pretty much just for Seismitoad and Grimmsnarl.
Not
maybe
a lot
Lottie.
Not a lot on his team wants to deal with Rotom. That's a problem, and honestly... This is really risky, but if he were to trick like the choice specs onto Gliscor, yeah, you now have a Toxic Orb. Gliscor's now stopped. It's done.
Oh yeah, that's pretty big.
So I think Rotom Heat is going to be a very, very big factor of this game. Definitely useful for a mon like Greninja. You got Violet Plume. Regice probably hangs out with for a little while with Rotom Heat, but you know we're gonna run into the chip damage problem here.
Right.
But like Raikou doesn't want to switch into multiple overheats. Like Rotom Heat definitely looking pretty good here.
Yeah, I don't think Raikou takes 2 overheats.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, its special defense is nice, but yeah. So outside of that, though, I definitely think Nijia is the better matchup.
Well, Nijia is in my division, so I have to pick Nijia. And I want to. It's not...
You're contractually obligated.
Of course. I always pick my division bros.
Right. Understandable. It's the only time you want to see the people in your division actually win.
So... What kind of counterplay can Sheedge cook up?
Yeah, I'm trying to like look at some
might have
things.
Sandstorm. That could be interesting.
That would be fun to see.
Speaking of stuff that doesn't want to hang out, what hangs out with Mega Pidgeot? Regice?
Not for long.
Yeah, not for long. I mean, 2 Heat Waves probably does it.
Comfey. It's getting those priority recovery moves on you to recover a little bit of that chip, and if you are like maybe an Assault Vest or a Special Defensive...
AV Comfey is good.
That's
it's
what I'm saying.
It's got 100 base defense. Yeah, okay. AV Comfey with some Draining Kisses might wall Pidgeot. Okay.
Raikou. It's resisted.
Ah, yeah, it resisted. But then maybe you're taking a Heat Wave or a U-turn on that.
Okay,
but maybe Raikou's Scarfed. Who knows?
The Raikou could be Scarfed. It could also be a Pidgeot kills something, and now Raikou comes in to threaten.
Yeah,
but I do see Seismitoad 100% having to come to this game, and it's going to be a problem. That is going to be the biggest thing Nijia has to get around, and if he can, I think he blows this game wide open.
Yeah, dude, Seismitoad, Vileplume, right? Vileplume and Comfey are the Seismitoad answers, right?
I don't think any Grass Knot from Greninja.
Oh, does Greninja get Grass Knot?
Yeah, and it's a Z Captain too, so
okay.
But
Seismitoad's
again,
heavy, so I'm sure it's like 120 base power or something.
Sheedge is gonna have to play really, really carefully here, because again, like, if he loses Seismitoad, this game's wide open. Ferroseed. We didn't talk about Ferroseed. That can be a defensive problem here. I mean, keep talking about Raikou. The Aura Spheres are going to be a little bit of a problem, but like...
Maybe. I think one of the big issues with Sheedge's team is that there's absolutely no recovery. There's like Roost on Latios.
Right, and...
Does Latios even get Roost, or is it just Latios? I don't remember.
I think they both do, and I think Mega Pidgeot gets it as well, and...
Okay.
But besides that, like, you're right, there's not a lot of good recovery on his team. He's got Prankster Rest, which is kind of great. He can do, like, a Prankster Bulk Up Chesto Rest.
That would be hilarious. Prankster
That's a viable
Rest.
set.
Hell
That's
yeah.
a viable kit. I feel like either I had Grimmsnarl, like, briefly, because I just didn't like it, but that's totally a viable kit.
Okay, Prankster Rest, I'm about it.
Does Prankster work while you're asleep? Because follow-up question, Prankster Sleep Talk.
Yeah, no, Prankster Sleep Talk is a thing, yeah.
Ew. Prankster Rest Sleep Talk, ew. Ew.
But then
Nijia
you got
still
two move
wins this
slots and a 1 in 3 shot to choose the move you want to. So it's
Ooh,
funny.
side note, this is a PCLL game happening inside the PFL.
Oh, very
PFL.
true. I don't know who has the psychological edge, but that could play a big factor.
Yeah, they're both big PCLL buddies. But Nijia still.
All right, so far we have differed on a single pick. Let's
And
see if that
me?
changes in the last one.
It was me.
Yeah, it was your game. Last game.
That was unintentional, promise.
Dave
Mitch
against
versus
Mitch.
Dave. I don't even need to see the team. Dave.
Hell yeah, Dave. In a serious note about the match, he's kind of got an Arctozolt problem.
He's kind of got an Arctozolt problem. I'm still not picking Mitch, but he's got a big... Yeah, he's got a big Arctozolt.
And you know
what on this team takes Icicle Crash?
Yeah, it's funny because it's the Rotom that double resists the stabs, but then we saw Mitch pull out the power of Meteor Beam set last week.
We saw Mario pull out the power of Meteor Beam set. But no, Mitch could actually get a +6.
Yeah, dude, Arctozolt is kind of nasty against Dave's team.
I mean, if he runs like a Scarf Gengar, that might be a problem.
I don't know the calcs off
He
the
might
top of
not
my
even
head.
need to Scarf Gengar.
Oh, you would have to scarf him.
Arctozolt's slow as shit.
It's
I remember
55.
somebody saying like the problem with him is that he still doesn't
that was me. It was me, and I was saying it doesn't outspeed a lot of Scarfers.
It was Scarfers specifically, right? So yeah, like a Scarf Gengar might actually be a cheeky play here.
Okay, yes, Scarf Gengar definitely can do it, but you're kind of relying on hitting Focus Blast because all of the Arctos or all the fossil Pokemon are kind of fat naturally. Like their big thing is they've got either Slush Rush or Sand Rush, and then they've got the 2x moves. That's their big thing on how they can do so much damage.
Damn, I'm actually really liking Mitch's matchup here, but I still can't legally pick him.
Well, if Mitch isn't careful, Audino might be able to just stall this to death.
And honestly, a good Iron Defense, the tried and true Corviknight might actually put some work in here, because like, yeah, that mixed set might do work, but like Corviknight probably could take one, right?
I don't know if Corviknight is taking a Thunderbolt. I don't know about that. Maybe. It's up to Dave to run the Calyx. But I don't want to be put in that situation.
I also don't want to be put in that situation, but I remember when I kept running, I think 10 out of 10 games last season, the Iron Defense kit on Registeel and the PCLL. Most of the time I ran the special defense EVs just to cover the other side too. So that might be an idea there with Corviknight, because like, really, outside of Arctozolt, he doesn't have a good answer to Corviknight.
Yeah, he really doesn't. I guess Latias gets Flamethrower and
Mystical
Fire
Fire.
Blast.
And Mystical Fire. But yeah, fire moves. Latias
Oh,
gets
no, you
fire
don't want to hit
moves.
Mystical Fire against Corviknight because of Mirror Armor.
Oh no, now his special attack is higher.
No,
Oh.
Latios's drops.
Oh, I thought. Oh no, I'm thinking of Defiant. You're right. Yeah, Latios's goes down. Okay, yeah, mirrors it back. Duh.
I mean, does Lati even get it? Let me check. I'm not entirely convinced that it gets Mystical Fire.
I'm just assuming that most moms get it at this point because when Mystical Fire came out, they were like Oprah.
It does get Mystical Fire, yeah.
There you go. It's because they got rid of Hidden Power and they wanted to give a way to hit Steel types.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough.
But
Low Punny is kind of an issue.
T-Punch?
Yeah, I mean, you got
Okay.
T-Punch.
Okay.
I think just in general.
Oh, okay. I don't
'Cause-
think Hydreigon is going to have a good time in this game.
Not really. There's a lot of stuff that I think 1v1's Hydreigon.
Ooh, but
Like A9.
on the flip side of that, a Scarf Hydreigon might have a good time in this game.
Yeah, very well could.
Where's Mitch's Fairy? Minus... Oh, it's
A9.
his picture. But, like, okay. What on his team, barring the picture... Cooperage is very small, especially, right?
No, he's got like big HP and kind of middling defenses. I think it's like, I want to say like 120, 80, 80.
Okay.
120.
I think-
122, 69, 69. Let's go.
Hydreigon does get access to Flamethrower, though, so I do think a good... I think Mitch's key here is find where the Scarf is, honestly. Because, like, a Scarf Hydreigon, Hydreigon's what, base 80?
98.
98? So that... I'm not running those calcs, I'm not putting those numbers in, but that could possibly be faster than Arctozolt times 2, right? Right? I'm not crazy.
I'd have to run the calcs. I would say Gengar is almost certain, but Hydreigon maybe.
Right. And, you know, he can't... What if Mitch gets really cheeky and he makes everybody think he's running Slush Rush and he runs Volt Absorb?
That would be sick. Honestly, those are the kind of mind games you have the privilege to run when you've got a team like this.
Because, I mean, I don't see why you'd send Jolteon in there, but, like... Still. Jolteon's fast, though, so sneaky chip damage is always good. And Jolteon also gets Volt Absorb, so, like, you can try and call the T-Bolt.
Oh, actually,
Or Bolt Beak.
Jolteon spamming Volt Switch against this team is pretty good. He only has Gligar.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And then,
Also,
okay, then Gligar and Rotom comes in and something's taking the Blizzard. All right. Dave's has some moves.
Still picking Dave.
Of
because
course, always
Dave-
picking Dave. Can't pick Mitch. What are we doing?
You can't pick Mitch, right? Just like he's not legally allowed on...
Not legally allowed on Inside the PFL. He's
Right,
not
he can't
legally
be.
allowed to be picked.
Right. Come up with your own sets, nerd. Or at least try.
That does it for all of our battles.
All of them.
All of them. Every single one.
All of them.
Every single one. We definitely do not have any more games to cover.
Not a
this
single
week.
one.
Nope.
Not
Definitely
a
covered all of them in a
game
single
left.
recording.
All of them, every game. Not 8 out of 10.
No post, no post edit magic
Nothing.
tricks, nothing like that. Nope.
You got us, guys.
You can count on us. Well, with that spectacular of an outro, I think there's only one item left on the docket, and
On
it's
what item is that?
potentially philosophical kind of question. Mike, is this the most important week of the season?
Drac. You ask me this every week. It's been asked every week since the dawn of Inside the PFL.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this too tedious for you?
It is easily the most important week of the season.
Easily. The
All
most
of those
important week
people
of the
who
season.
lost last week are coming back with a vengeance. Like, I'm not going to be 0-2.
They're gonna start
And
throwing bows.
And meanwhile, all these 1-0 people, me included, are out here like, I'm going undefeated this season, and it's only week 1.
Hell
So,
yeah.
easily the most important week of the season.
Not to mention, it is the first week of Conference Cup. So we're already setting the pace for who's getting
Is
those
this the most
primo.
important week of next season?
Yeah, it's almost the most important week of next season. Exactly.
It's the most important week of next season because this week starts the Conference Cup. Oh my god.
Who's gonna get those juicy top 4 spots?
Find out next week.
Find out next week on Inside the PFL.
Dragon Ball Z music starts playing in my head every time.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.